I'm Chief Superintendent Matt LAWLER, Head of Operations for Devon Cornwall and Dorset Police. It's been fantastic and in many areas transformational. With an ethical force with delivering really important services in the community, transparency is really important. So videoing interactions that can be reviewed have helped both investigations, but also been really transparent for the public. So we've seen impacts on investigation, conviction rates, and of course reduced complaints against officers when it's really clear about what officers did and, more importantly, didn't do in terms of what might have been alleged. Our mission across Devon and Cornwall is to build a world-class, sustainable police force. And world-class policing requires innovation. It requires you to take some risks, but also invest in the future. And so investing in body-worn video, particularly innovation such as live streaming, fits with our world-class vision. Enables us to support our officers on the ground, provide good judgment from a command perspective, and then influence things in a really positive way. Everyone will be aware that we hosted the G7 this summer. So we used live streaming, distributed body-worn video out, particularly to our firearms teams, so that we were able to have really good command situational awareness in a global event hosted here in Cornwall. Yeah, absolutely. If you look at the across the piece, how investment in body-worn video can influence the resources you deploy on the ground through good situational awareness, through the savings you make in terms of investigation, and in terms of the outcomes, whether that's reduced complaints against officers, increased prosecution rates, and community feedback, the business case stacks up. Well, any innovation requires some commitment, whether it be financially and a leadership commitment. And in order to be world class, we need to commit to it. So that does require a commitment of infrastructure to not only implement the solution, but also to make it sustainable and to take it forward. As we all know, technology keeps moving. So the reiteration of models, of new technology, there are huge future opportunities through the next rollout of body-worn video that we're invested in. So it's not just about implementing and then standing still, it's about committing to then over a long-term strategy, maximising the benefits from the technology. I think it's about the whole system approach to it. So it's not just about a new bit of kit. It's about how does that technology and innovation support your whole system and whole service delivery. So that way you seize the opportunities, not just within frontline operations, but through crime, through your control room, through your deployment of resources, and how that technology can link to other areas of the business, and how it can link to your other ICT infrastructure. So there are additional savings and additional benefits to be made if you view it as part of your overall ICT strategy. On the ground, the feedback we've had is fantastic. Now our officers wouldn't deploy without it. So they've really embraced the benefits from it in terms of both the service they provide, but also the protection it gives them. So on a real tactical level, simply pointing out to someone you're being videoed can have a real demonstrable impact in an individual's behaviour. So it's supporting officer safety, reducing complaints, but also helping them provide the service that they're so passionate about. But perhaps a few years ago there may have been some suspicion about it. Actually, I think the public are far more forward-thinking now, and in the same way that the public are used to seeing officers carry firearms these days, actually I think the public would be surprised if we weren't videoing. And I think the public are really well educated now about the reasons for that, and it's really clear. There's no hidden agenda. It's really transparent. It's really visible to the public. It's really obvious when they're being recorded, and we're being really open about it. And I think if you're upfront and honest with the public, they get it. So not only are we using video for investigations, we also really transparently share that with our independent advisory groups and scrutiny panels, whether that be in relation to use of force, stop and search, and the powers that we have under the Mental Health Act. So it's a fantastic opportunity for us to be really transparent, show the proportionate way in which we manage some really difficult situations, but also how we lawfully and ethically use the powers and the responsibilities that we have.